What's up, guys? You got PokeaimMD here, back again, once again. We're back with another episode of the PU Road to Top 10. We're still doing PU. I haven't had the time recently to ladder back up in Uber so I can start recording some Road to Top 10. Basically, and that's also the reason why you've probably noticed yesterday and today you're only going to have like one, if lucky, two uploads, which is fine. You know, I've done daily uploads for a while, but recently I started getting into the trend of doing more than one upload a day. But for the next few days there'll only be one, just because I've been actually helping my girlfriend study for these exams that she's about to be taking. They're pretty important, so I've been taking all my free time doing that, so I haven't really had time to do this. Actually, I'm recording this really early in the morning, or late at night, whatever you want to call it. Depends for the people who are sleeping. Hopefully I don't wake them up. But in any case, let's look for a game. I'm using a Megasard team with Seeking. Shouts to him as per usual. If you guys want to use a team alongside me or after you've seen the live, you can use it because there's a team. The pay spin is down below in description. I love that. You guys like my description about that? That was terrible. Anyway, also shout out to Jabberjack. I love this thumbnail, or background, not really thumbnail, but this drawing from the UCL Little Cup offseason, my game versus the Heated Mo, when I won by shell smashing up versus Togepi, excuse me, not Togetic. But yeah, it seems the ladder is pretty dead at night. I mean, I wouldn't blame people for going to sleep, but top 10 is actually 1603, so it did go up a bit, I'm pretty sure, and we are 14. I'll show you guys in a sec, but we are 1498 on the ladder, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a lot of people who are actually really tired here, so we are right. Did I just like pass my name? Where? I swear we were 1498. Aim, where are you? 1493, excuse me. So we're number 178 on the ladder. We got a game right away. Our opponent has Monferno plus Spinner. Wow, I haven't seen one of those. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Very weak to Floatzel as a lead. Besides the War Turtle that can come in, nothing else on his team wants to come in, and I can just pound that down frustrations. Leafeon is also great. I want to lead off with Floatzel because it beats Monferno, though Electrode is more likely going to be his lead. Leads off with Gabite. I don't mind this because I will go right for the Ice Beam. Not gonna think twice about this. I don't care what he goes out into. I'm going right for Ice Beam. It's a good play. Decides to bring out his Articuno. I kind of want to double Ice Beam because the switch into Mawile is so obvious, but because he does have a Spinner, I don't know if he'd actually make that double. But I'm going right onto Mawile. If he does double onto Gabite, then I know he's a pretty one of those players. He actually doubles onto Monferno, so yeah, that's why I wanted to double attack right there. But it is okay because I do have the Altaria, which is a pretty solid switch into this thing. Goes right for the CC. Does not do much to me at all, and that's actually Life Orb. Wow. So what I can do is roost up the damage. I do have a Yachi Berry as well, so I can drop a Draco on the Articuno, or even go for the Toxic at any given point. But Mawile is going to be my... Actually, he's going to double right here. But you know what? I'm going to go for Toxic. I'm going to go for Toxic because I can catch something. Even if he stays in, I do have the Yachi Berry, so I'm not too worried. And I even have the Natural Cure, so this Toxic works out way better for me than it does for my opponent. And I can swap right out into Mawile. And actually Baton Pass if he does choose to go for a double Toxic. He goes for Freeze Dry. Not a bad play at all. And while I do want to go for the Stealth Rock, I'd rather go for Baton Pass to get momentum, since War Turtle is more than likely coming out, and I could just start breaking through his team with my Bandit Leafeon. Due to the fact that Articuno is poisoned, while it may be a switch-in once or twice, it's not going to be a multiple-time switch-in. So I go after the Leaf Blade on the Gabite. Does a decent amount considering it's very defensive, and since he's just going to go for Stealth Rock, I'll just hit it up with another Leaf Blade. I don't lose much from it, and again, I can just start pounding him with Leaf Blades. The rocks are up are annoying, especially because I don't have a Defogger. Gabite being gone opens up a door for me just spamming Waterfall. I never have to go for the what's it called? I'm trying to think. I never have to go for Ice Beam. I can just spam Waterfall with my Floatzel now. I'm not fearing Rough Skin. So Monferno comes out. Definitely in a close combat. I guess he could Swords Dance. I'm going to make the switch out into Altaria anyway. I don't lose much from it. As he goes right for the CC. That did a lot more than it did last time. We are going to drop a Draco though, if he wants to risk the roll. Potential roll on me. as he is able to knock me out, unfortunately for me. However, what I can do now is just go out into my Floatzel and click Frustration. No point in going for the Waterfall, since Frustration does knock him out, and it also does neutral damage to Wartortle if he chooses to go out to that. Makes a good play though, going out into Articuno. However, that takes so much damage. Holy crap. This is definitely not going to knock him out, but it's going to do a lot more. But I do want to get up rocks, so I'm going to go out to my Mawile. I don't care if he roosts. If he freeze dries, that's fine as well. Basically, I want to get up rocks and start toxicking the Wartortle if he does choose to go out to that. So I will get up my rocks right here. If he does stay in to go for the Hurricane, which I don't mind, what I can do now is just Baton Pass. I do expect him to switch out into Wartortle, and I want to bring out my Leafeon. He chooses to stay in, but again, as long as I'm able to get the Baton Pass, which I am able to, very nice, I can go out into my Rotom. Unfortunately, I do Baton Pass the Confusion. I'm not sure if that was his plan right there, but it worked. And I actually don't want to risk it. He's probably just going to freeze dry or roost anyway, so I'd rather just sack my Mawile. I don't expect him to switch out at this given point. And if he wants to go for another Hurricane, then he'll be in range of my Waterfall from Floatzel, so I will go for Toxic. Unfortunately, because of that confusion on me, like that didn't work out the way I wanted it to, he was able to take me on, but I can now go out to Floatzel and go right for Frustration and knock him out. Frustration knocks him out, as well as doing neutral to Wartortle, which is pretty key, I feel. And the good thing is, because his Monferno is actually, because it's actually Life Orb, I know I can pick it off with Aqua Jet at any given moment. So I'm gonna go on to my Seaking because I do have the Lightning Rod, and I can take any attack he wants to go for as he goes for Signal Beam. Please don't confuse me, thank you. And what I can do is, I don't lose much by going for Knockoff. As he actually ends up going out into Mischievous, so that's great. I get a crit, a little bit of justice right there. We take those just because of the confusion versus Rotom forcing me to take the damage, forcing me not to be able to go for Volt Switch. But yeah, we definitely take those. Speaking of Rotom, I think I'm going to sack it if he decides to go out into Monferno, because he should go Monferno right here. If he goes out to Wartortle, then what I can do is go for the knockoff from there, and I'll actually be able to save Rotom for the Electrode. So we will go for knock just to get off its Violite on his Scald. If he burns me, I do have the Facade, as he doesn't burn me right there. And I want to keep this alive because it can obviously stop Electrode from going for the Specs Thunderbolt. But at the same time, Megahorn is going to be doing a decent amount. Let's see if he burns me right now. I'm actually waiting for him to burn me, and at this point I can go for Waterfall. If I do flinch him, I prevent the spin, as he is still going for Waterfall. Burn me, thank you. Alright, the one time you actually want the burn, right? Because he's thinking he can get off a spin. Nope, we do have the Facade, and Wartortle will go clean down. So that's really, really nice for me. Monferno is going to come out as expected, and at this point I need to save my Seaking so he can't go for the... Let me calc something. Okay, so if the way I see it, if Banded Quick Attack after Aqua Jet kills it, then I don't need to save Seaking, right? I can keep this thing, I can sack this thing. So Leafeon, it is really, really strong though. It's 350 attack, and I'm adamant as well. Look at this set that I'm definitely... Light of Ruin, oh my god. Leafeon, you good, bro? Man, that man packing. Electrode. Special attacker. Quick attack does nothing. And Floatzel's, I'm assuming PU Baton Pass, what the hell? I'm assuming your Aqua Jet does nothing to Electrode either. Aqua Jet. 35 to 40. Nah, I don't want to put it in roll. Well, then again, it will be at 72. So actually, I will be able to take it out after. So I'm just going to have a Facade here. That way he cannot set up. And if he swaps directly into Electrode, then Aqua Jet will be able to deal with him. Actually, at this point, I could go out into Leafeon. Quick Attack should kill Monferno, but I want to calc that because I'm going to go for Quick Attack. I don't want to go for Frustration and then have myself lose because I missed Blizzard. So Quick Attack. Why did I take this off? Just trying to go for my like safest way of winning. Monferno, suicide lead, whatever. Let's give it +1 because of the -1. Yeah, quick attack definitely kills. So goodbye with no Violite. And what I can do is basically put Electrode in range to lose the Thunderbolt plus Aqua Jet from my Rotom. So I'm gonna go out to Rotom first because I can just go right for the Thunderbolt and just put him in range. Even if this doesn't knock him out, as you see, Rotom just ends up winning the game. So that's gonna be a good game. So basically, just trying to put myself in the best position to win the game. Definitely without spinning, it put me in a better position. Obviously, the crit on Misdreavus hurt, or a little missy, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, the confusion also forced a certain play by me where my opponent didn't have a ground type and I could have just clicked Thunderbolt doing 33% to everything, knocking out Arcuno or hitting Electrode for a decent amount of damage, especially with Rocks Up doing almost 50% to Electrode. But yeah. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just watching two subpar players play Pokemon over here. Or I was watching them, rather. Gem getting styled on by Toxic Spikes Cofagrigus. I hate this. I prefer Nasty Plot Trick Room. Toxic Spikes, I understand the viability, but I feel like in this generation, especially because Ghost is just broken. Not broken, but Steel was nerfed. So Ghost types are obviously neutral on Steel now, as opposed to in the previous generations where they were not very effective. Just helps them on a lot because the only mons it really has to burn are Tyranitar and Bisharp. It doesn't have to run HP fighting because it could deal with them with just burns, and then Shadow Ball obviously hits Heatran anyway. But what I am going to do is I thought I wasn't about to pause it. This guy's a big scary man. He has a Seadra. That's so cool. Unfortunately, with no hazard control, it's going to be tough for me. He'll be able to get up hazard so easily versus me too. Alright, so I'm going to lead off with Rotom because I can Volt Switch around his entire team. He leads off with Persian, probably just going to fake me out, so I don't want to take that. I guess if it's not the Stealth Rocker set, then it's a Shell Smashing set, but I'm pretty positive it's a Stealth Rocker set. Though it could also have Shell Smash on it, but it's his only Rocker on the team, so we'll go out to Mawa on the fake out, and what I can do is just throw off Stealth Rock breaking sturdy on Crustle, doing chip damage to the Cryogonal, which is actually one of my favorite Pokemon as well. I think I talked about that before. And I'm expecting him to want to go out into his Dusknoir here. Now, unless his Electabuzz actually has the HP Grass, my Seaking does wall it. Go Seadra, good play on my opponent's part. I can't drop a Draco on me. He also doesn't have a Grass Resist, so what do I want to do? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? He also doesn't have a Ground Resist. Huh. Okay, so if he starts like agilitying up and then trying to go for the focus energy, I'll be in a bad situation. So I'm just going to go out to my Rotom as he throws off a Scald. That's completely fine. Even if he got a burn on me, it would have sucked, but it's fine. As I unfortunately miss out on the KO, I do know that my Floatzel cannot be burnt because of its ability. And I even predict that Flash Cannon immaculately. I didn't predict crap. And what I'm going to do is go for Ice Beam because I kind of want to put him in a false sense of security that I'm a special set instead of physical. Like, I had no reason to go for Ice Beam there unless I had Hydro Pump. So I'm hoping it lures out his Cryogonal trying to Rapid Spin, and then I can knock him out with the Waterfall. That was my thought process right there. He could always go Dusknoir or even Electabuzz or Persian. All those are fine. But I'm hoping by me going for Ice Beam, he tries to go out into his Cryogonal, but unfortunately it didn't work out. Goes out to Electabuzz. My Seaking likes this +1 boost, buddy. And what we can do is just throw off a knockoff, as Focus Blast does not do enough to us, and knockoff does put it in range of the Waterfall. It should go down after getting rid of its Violite. So unfortunately he misses his Focus Blast. If you don't want to miss, use HP fighting, but does get a little bit of justice right there, and apparently it wasn't enough for my opponent because he ends up forfeiting. I feel that though. I mean, Focus Blast wouldn't have 2-hit KO'd me, but and the static sucked. The crit didn't matter at all. I think he thought the crit mattered, but you see knockoff on a Violite. Like, a Violite boosts your defenses by 1.5. So, or +1, whatever you want to call it. So, like, Waterfall is stab. That's a non-stab knockoff. I love how Scald and Knockoff are both doing me, like helping me in this game. Like I wanted him to burn me with Scald in the last game, and this guy, I didn't mind knocking him off. But I was really hoping by going for Ice Beam with Float, so I put him in this false sense of security to bring up Cragano, because Cragano has ridiculous special defense. It's the special equivalent to Avalog. My opponent's team, oof, whoa, scary as hell actually. This thing is a threat, and so is the Rotom, but we do wall it with Seaking. Seaking is going to be putting in the most work. I'm going to lead off with it, because if he wants to Volt Switch, that's great. Leads off with the Golem. I am faster. I should be faster. I don't want to risk this though, because you know what, we're just going to Waterfall. Goes out to Go-Go. Great, he didn't care about Sturdy. I'll take that. And what I can do is go out to my Mawile and get up my Stealth Rock. If he starts bulking up, I will probably cry. But thankfully he goes right for the Horn Leech. And he doesn't have good switching to this if I was like an offensive variant. But unfortunately his Go-Go is faster. So I will go for Stealth Rock as he does start bulking up. Are you sub-bulk up is the question. I want to go for Toxic, but I lose a lot. Okay, thankfully he goes for another bulk up. Basically, had he been sub-bulk up, that would have sucked for me right there. And what I will do is just go for Baton Pass, just to have the safest switch. We do see that he has the Earthquake. Good information, good information. Once we weaken Go-Go, though, Seaking has so much fun versus my opponent. So we're going to go for Fire Blast. Best thing he could do is return if he has it. Rock Slide, I guess, but it wouldn't be able to knock me out, not at +1. In fact, what I'm actually going to do is double into Mawile just to get off the Intimidate one more time, putting it neutral in case he does have that that Rock Slide. Also because Vullaby is like his best switching, so we're going to Toxic this thing as well. I don't mind if he defogs as long as I get off this Toxic. Grumpig, if I'm not mistaken, /learn Grumpig Heal Bell. Is that how it works? Is that how it works? Tell me. After the turn. Grumpig Heal Bell not found. Okay. Let's just go to the handy dandy team builder. So, pretty sure Grumpig learns Heal Bell. It looks like it's a Pokemon that runs around with Bell. It does. It does. Come on. Come on. You're round. Yeah, you learn Heal Bell. So he could have Heal Bell on that Mon. We will get up rocks right here as Go-Go comes back out. So now next time his Vullaby is no longer a switch into half my Mons. I can even spam Blizzard at this point. I'm going to go out to Rotom though on his Earthquake. And I want to go for Blizzard because it's super effective, but I feel like he'd go out into Grumpig because it's just a great counter. So I don't expect him to go Golem here because Grass weak to Ice, Ground weak to Ice. So he does go Grumpig. Like my thought process there, guys. He does go Grumpig, and Waterfall will be able to knock him out from a Life Orb Float. So even after Leftovers, Grumpig doesn't have the best physical defense. So I will go right for this Waterfall, and I get a crit, but again, it knocks out Grumpig after that. And I'm sorry, friend. It didn't matter. You want me to show you? I mean, if you're max defense, maybe, but Grumpig. Yeah, nice defenses, buddy. Didn't matter. I'm not gonna bother showing it to him because what do I gain from that? But well, it could have mattered, I guess, if he was running max HP. But then again, based on that Volt Switch damage, no, in this moment, I am not your friend. Why? What did I do to you? I'm sorry I crit you, friend. Altara is just a great switch in again. I do threaten with a Fire Blast, and at this point Vullaby might be in range of Draco, so I might be able to drop a Draco on it after Stealth Rock damage. Repeatedly goes for Earthquake, so that's perfect because now I get a free Fire Blast, I would say, because I brought it in for free. Chimp, would you disagree? You probably would, because that PP Earthquake is now at 13. Hey, can you stop predicting my moves, please? Thanks. Okay. I got you, buddy. Goes out to Golem. Now, I could knock it out with the Draco, but I really want to keep rocks up. But then again, I can get them up so easily versus Vullaby, so I will knock him out with Draco. So we're going to drop a Draco on him. Goodbye, Golem. Goodbye, rocks from my opponent. It does invite Arbok in, though, and Arbok is a threat, guys. Arbok is a threat. I'm actually going to trick Arbok if he goes out into it, as he goes out to Vullaby. So, pretty safe play all around. Mawile just is the best switch. I resist every hit he can go for, and if he wants to defog, I will get up my rocks. I will just spam Stealth Rock to get them up. And goes out to Arbok. Good, not really, but basically my plan is trick this thing. trick it a Choice Scarf, lock it into Gunk Shot if it starts coiling up. And yes, Gunk Shot could probably knock out Rotom, but if he goes for Sucker Punch right here, if he goes for Gunk Shot, basically he's locked into that. I don't care getting the Black Sludge. What I'm going to do is go out to Leafeon and just bait him to go in for another Gunk Shot because he has 6. So let's say somehow I play poorly and lose my Mawile. Basically, he just lost the Gunk Shot there. So now he has 6. Yeah. And I can just Baton Pass because I am slower. I knew you were going to do that. And I still did nothing. I mean, Mawile had a good matchup versus everything anyway. But I can Baton Pass. Again, keeping up momentum. If he stayed in, he sacked another... He sacked another Gunk Shot PP, and Go-Go comes out, and at this point, Vullaby dies to Fire Blast after Rocks, or Draco. Go-Go should die to Draco if he doesn't. Rotom dies to Draco, and Arbok doesn't appreciate this. So Go-Go actually eats that up, good lord, and he actually tries to, I think, predict my Mawile, maybe expecting me to predict his Vullaby right there, but his Vullaby does come out. Let's see if we can hit this, as we do. So goodbye, Rocks are here to stay. Rotom Frost is going to come out. Now, I don't want Seaking getting... Actually, no. Why would I not about Seaking? I don't even care if he Will-O-Wisps me. I have Facade. So Seaking just clicks Facade now. I don't want Seaking getting frozen, but he does choose to go for the Thunderbolt anyway. And what I can do is just start knocking some items. So this was potentially risky if he went Arbok, but then again, Arbok would take the knockoff, and then it would still have to deal with me. Arbok does come out. Leafeon is faster, so I do threaten it with the frustration. However, I did trick him with Choice Scarf. So if he does choose to go for Earthquake, pretty much predicting my Mawile, Leafeon is just the all-around best play. But had I lost it, I didn't matter. And at this point, Choice Band of Frustration, it knocks out Rotom after Stealth Rock. And if Arbok wants to come out, it can't lock itself into a move that beats everything. He honestly has to Sucker Punch right here or chooses Fodder. So goes for Earthquake, and what I can do is just click Frustration, and that is going to be a good game. So I had the crit on... Grumpig mattered. I do apologize about that if it didn't matter. If it didn't, well, it is what it is. But, yeah, let's look for another battle. Definitely a good game. So we get another one. My opponent has Wobbuffet, interestingly enough, because Wobbuffet can't do crap in this tier because of telepathy. But otherwise, a very cool team. Wobbuffet's just still... Actually, I can't OHKO Wobbuffet. I can Toxic it, though. That's the good thing. I'm going to lead off with Mawile because Mawile beats Stoutland, Lapras to an extent. Armaldo just because of Intimidate, and I can just get up Rocks, as he does have that spinner in Armaldo. Now, I can take an Earthquake. I do have the Intimidate and physically defensive, so I'm just going to go for Toxic as he goes right for that Earthquake. That does a lot, man. That does so much damage. Because of the Intimidate, I actually just want to go out into my Leafeon, to be honest. That did a lot. I'm not sure if that's banded. That's not banded. Okay. That just did 10 million damage for no reason. Now, Leafeon puts in so much work versus my opponent, but the great thing is I can just spam. Well, then again, I don't have to go for the Leaf Blade. I think spamming Leaf Blade is fine, but if he is support Mawile, I'd rather go for knockoff. So, go to Roselia. We're able to hit that thing with a Choice Span and knockoff. We can knock it out with the second one after that, and we are faster. So, the second knockoff, we'll be able to knock him out. And there, no Toxic Spikes, no... Stealth Rock. Yeah, you guys know what I meant. Stoutland comes out, and this thing is a threat. I'm going to knock off its item too. It's Choice Scarf with Retaliate. So goodbye me. Okay, so I have to worry about this thing a lot. The great thing is he doesn't have a ground type, and now that his Roselia is gone, I can spam Volt Switch. Bad thing is this thing is back, so I'm just going to Baton Pass. I have no reason to. But we're going to hard Baton Pass into our Seaking on the Rock Blast. That does so much damage. 3, 4, 5. Goodbye, Seaking. So goodbye to our Seaking. However, we can go out to Floatzel, Life or Waterfall time. I have to be really careful around Stoutland. I forgot this thing has Water Absorb, and it's its only ability. But not necessarily forgot, but it's fine. Yeah, it should be fine. I think I still win this with Mawile and playing smartly with it. Thunderbolt might come out. He could go for Freeze Dry. Either way, Rotom Frost is pretty safe. Yeah, we could just spam Scarf Thunderbolt. He can't OHKO me unless he has like Mirror Coat or something. I don't even know if Lapras learns Mirror Coat. It looks like it should learn Mirror Coat. It's wearing a coat. But goes to Armaldo, so that's great. There will be no spinning done today. There will be no spinning done today. Goodbye. Yo, that Stoutland, man. Why is that so much of a threat? Stoutland's too much of a threat, bro. I unfortunately have to sack my Floatzel. Rotom is too valuable because it does outspeed the Stoutland. We're going to sack it to Retaliate. Why does he keep critting with that Retaliate? As we can go out to Mawile. And I will Baton Pass here after getting off the Intimidate. If he goes out to Lapras, I'm going right back on the Mawile. If he goes out to, excuse me, the Wobbuffet, I'm going right back on the Mawile. But he does go out to Lapras. So I should be able to go out into my Rotom Frost one more time. We're trying to put Stoutland in range of Thunderbolt, which is the play. Thankfully, Lapras does not learn Scald. I said it learned Scald in the last game. Misses Hydro Pump. Really, really unfortunate for my opponent right there. Nothing I could have done about that, though, as we are able to get rid of the Lapras, but I don't think he cares, to be honest. This thing just keeps coming out. And I kind of have to go out into my Mawile here. I can't go out to Altaria because Altaria is what beats his own Mawile. So thankfully, I actually tanked that a lot better than I thought I would. And we can just Baton Pass after getting off the Intimidate. If he goes out to Wobbuffet, I can just Toxic it. If he goes out to his own Mawile, I can now Fire Blast. So we take that a lot better than I thought. And we can go right out to our Altaria and go right for the Fire Blast. Please connect. We actually need you to connect right here. As we do land, so goodbye, Maw. I think he's just letting his Pokemon die because he likes clicking Retaliate with Stoutland. That guy loves Retaliate, good lord. And at this point, we go out to Mawile and we click Toxic because all he has left is Stoutland and the Mawile. Excuse me, Stoutland and the Wobbuffet. So, nice play on my opponent's part, going for the superpower. Definitely a solid play. And what I can do is just go for Toxic, even if he stays in. As long as he doesn't crit me, as he does not. Great, great, great. So we're able to get off this Toxic right here, wearing him down. Basically, it was to deal with the Stoutland switching, because now he's in range of Thunderbolt, or also deal with the Wobbuffet if he chose to switch out to that, as he does go Wobbuffet now, which I do not mind, because I can Toxic it with my Altaria. He doesn't have Shadow Tag in this tier. Shadow Tag is banned from every tier that is OU and below now, actually. So, Encores me into the Toxic, which is fine because I can go right out into my Mawile and honestly just gain leftovers. Yeah, Stoutland comes out. Take a little bit more damage, buddy. Take a little bit more damage, buddy. Don't mind, don't mind. Yeah, there's no play that loses me the game here. Would you go for return here? I'm actually going out to Altaria. I'm going to save this just in case he goes for superpower. Yeah. Alright, so that's great. I was thinking about maybe Wobbuffet is tanky enough to take every single hit, but I can just drop a Draco right here. If he goes out to Wobbuffet, it's game. If he stays in, it's game too. So, because Mawile just stalls it out. I am able to hit the Wobbuffet with a Draco. Great. And there is no way you're taking these Thunderbolts after. So, I'll be able to go right out to Mawile. And I always have the sack of actually Mawile if he goes Stoutland. I'm going to Mawile just to get HP if he does choose to go for Encore or anything like that. As he goes right for Miracle, that does not matter. And yeah, I can just go for a Toxic right here, just to gain more HP basically. You can Encore me all you want, buddy, but now your Wobbuffet is in range of Thunderbolt, and so is Stoutland. So we'll be able to go out into our Altaria, and basically we knock him out with Fire Blast, and then Rotom wins the game. So, yeah, back to Scarf Stoutland. Is there any point? Yeah, you know what? Might as well try and save this Altaria. It's putting in work. Mawile putting in the finest of work, too. And Rotom as well. But, goes for Retaliate, which is going to be not as strong as it would have been since I didn't knock out anything. His Poison is going to play its part right there. And Wobbuffet will be able to go down to the Play Rough, assuming we do connect. And that should be game. So, nice. We're able to break through that game. Our opponents, GG friend, our opponents had a threatening team, man. Wow. That was actually, the Scarf Stoutland definitely caught me off guard. And obviously the 5 hits on Almaldo hurt a lot on my Seeking, because then I could have knocked him out, or at least went for knockoff from there to just threaten him a bit. Probably wouldn't have went for Waterfall because of Lapras. Then again, I think I Waterfall later on in the game, so maybe I would have went for a Waterfall, forgetting about Lapras's ability, which is weird because I use Lapras all the time. Or I did in like Black and White. I love that thing in OU. On Rain teams, especially in a generation where Rain is always present, like no matter what, unless obviously another weather goes up. Lapras is so cool with like the Whirlpool trapping, Perish trapping set with hydration. That's why I didn't remember it has water absorb, because in black and white I use hydration Lapras more, since obviously if you go for rest, hydration does wake you up right away. But we're gonna look for one more game. We haven't been getting too many points this live. Like, we're winning, but we didn't get too many points. We got a little bit over 30 points. But PU's still close to being closed. Definitely when I have more time, guys, I will ladder up a bit more in Ubers for the points that I've lost, so that way we can continue the roads top 10 in Ubers. And we only have 2 roads left. We have Little Cup and Double OU. I've heard a lot about Double OU. I heard that the ladder is actually pretty poor, even if you get all the way to the top of it. That people are using like Spinda stuff. I'm not sure though. Let's check it out. Ladder. Double OU. Where is it? Double OU. Oh, there's a suspect test. Oh yeah, they're like suspect testing. Isn't it like Jirachi or something? Am I wrong? I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Is it Jirachi? You know, we're about to find out about the suspect. Let's educate ourselves, man. That's why I love Google. That's why I love Etika. Double OU. Are they suspect testing like Jirachi? Yep. Stage 4, infamous Jirachi. Makes sense. I mean, that thing is ridiculous. Follow me, Icy Wind, support. That thing is just, it's a monster. I can understand why they're choosing to, is anybody on the ladder? Good lord. I don't want to pause it either. I don't. Watch a battle. Is anybody playing PU? Friends, there are 10 PU battles. The thing is, they're all so low rated, except for this guy. Hold up, Ainsley's boy? I'm about to commentate this. My boy using, oh, this is the eel. That's a baby eel. Ooh. Hey, 6 Sky, what up, bro? Alright, let me commentate this real quick. So we go for the default on the spike. About to switch on to Politoed. Ooh, Ainsley going for the momentum play because he realized since he was toxic, Rosetti could just spike all it wanted. And is that Muffin? Oh my god, goodbye Politoed. What the hell? How'd you knock that thing out? A 38%. I don't think he's banned either. I mean, I know it doesn't have the worst stats, but looks like we got a big scary guy one more time. Nice and scary. Rotom is still my best play because it outspeeds everything on his team. Yeah. Well, I want to see what's happening though in this game. Hold up. Ooh, another U-turn. Okay, the turn core. Turn Rapidash. You're gonna go for U-turn too, even though you don't learn it. Actually, Rapidash just wins. Yeah. Rapidash just wins. I think gonna PU in the face. Why is this guy's name? His only way of winning is like a choke and then being able to get up 2 SDs. So he didn't go for close combat there, and that was his way of winning if he went for close combat. But I think he's choice. Oh my God, Mothin, are you banded, buddy? Holy crap! All right, my bad. I have a game, guys. I'm sorry, I got way too into that. So he leads off with Electabuzz. Good play on my opponent's part. I can Volt Switch though. Right onto Seaking. I don't care if I bring it right in on a Focus Blast. Because unless he gets the Spadef drop, he is not beating. Well, he could beat me, potentially. But I'll just go for Waterfall. Actually, Naka is just a better play. The good thing is, because I do know that he is in a Violite set, once I knock him off, because I will guarantee live this Focus Blast, even if he crits me, once I knock him off, I can deal with him tremendously. As Siege Ray is going to come out. What are you going to do to me? Yeah, what would you do? Are you going to scald me? I have no idea what you would do. But I'll go right back out on Rotom because I can Volt Switch, could take any one hit, and because he does scald me. So if had he burnt my my Seaking, I wouldn't have mind too much. But I know that I can knock him out with Volt Switch now, especially after that chip damage, Violite being gone. Karagano comes out, and he doesn't. He could have the HP ground, so I don't want to go out to Mawa. I'll just go out to Float. So that's just my best play. If you're Scarf, really cool and threatening, but I'm going to go for Frustration because there's no reason not to go for Waterfall. Seedra has already been knocked off thinking about it, so there's no reason not to go for Waterfall right here because Seedra will be knocked out by Waterfall into the Frustration. However, I do risk the Poison Point. I did give myself 2 chances to live that. I don't even think I would have lived the Frustration, to be honest, looking at the Waterfall damage. Maybe not, but Crocodile comes back out. Are you Choice Scarf? Oh my god, this is like screaming Choice Scarf. You're Choice Scarf, aren't you? Whatever, I'm going for Waterfall. Alright, he's not Waterfall. He's not Choice Scarf. I thought he was Choice Scarf and trying to like lure me into or put me in range of Scarf Freeze Dry, but Electabuzz does come out, and I need a little bit of damage on this thing. I gotta keep Leafeon alive, my Aqua Jitter's alive for Crustle. So I'll go right out into my Seaking because 1, we can take the Thunderbolt, and 2, we can hit anything with a knockoff. Getting rid of Dusknoir's item, getting rid of Electabuzz's item to put it in range of Waterfall 100%. Or even to a KO, as you can see right here, because we are able to knock off its Violite. And Focus Blast is the only play that can hurt me, but I will just go right for Waterfall. We literally had Seaking on this team to deal with electric types. Unfortunately, misses the Focus Blast. You know, that's what happens when you use Focus Blast. But we are able to knock out the Electabuzz right there. Persian is going to come out, and I will take this as an opportunity to go out to my Mawile and go for my Stealth Rock to break the Sturdy on Crustle. Goes for Fake Out, so doesn't go for the U-turn play. I mean, understandable. I was still pretty high on HP. Crustle comes out, and this is where things get tricky. I have to land this Toxic right here, because if he is... Okay, thankfully he goes for the Stealth Rock. Basically, if he was the Shell Smashing set, I could be in trouble. I think I want to go out to Rotom, because if he does choose to be Stealth Rock, I thought I would live the burn. I thought I would live the burn, yeah. I didn't see how much HP I was at. I thought it was 37. Oh, my bad. That's not the poorest of plays, but at least I can go out to Floatzel, and because of those rocks up, I do knock him out with Aqua Jet later. If he does, you know, I doubt he Shell Smash now that I've seen Stealth Rock and Rock Blast, but again, Shell Smash is something that I've ran on the lead set just because I can use it, so that does a lot. Holy crap, dude. Why'd that do 10 million? At this point, Seaking is pretty expendable. It already did its job. It got rid of the, Electric type as it needed to, so I can go for Knock right here as he's able to knock me out with 2. I'm assuming Choice Banded Shadow Sneaks. That did a lot, but we should be able to go out to Leafeon, and based on the Waterfall damage, Life Orb, I don't even have to go for Leaf Blade. I can go for Knock, but I'm gonna go for Leaf Blade because it's cooler. I guess he wasn't Choice Banded. Maybe it was Shadow Spell Tag, because that Shadow Sneak did a lot. But Crustle's gonna come out. I don't care about you. I got the Leaf Blade. Goodbye. Even if that crit mattered, I mean, it died anyway, and now Persian's gonna come out, and we can save our Leafeon, go right out to Mawile, get off that Intimidate. Oof, and what the that fake, oof, man, I want that Ainsley dude, man. I guess this is an only attacks to hit me. Maybe he has Retaliate, or I mean not Retaliate, Last Resort or something. But he's going to end the forfeiting, and at this point we're at 37 minutes, probably close to 38 because of the intro I'm going to add. So I'm going to leave the episode here. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all enjoy. I actually really enjoy PU. I feel like it's so stress-free, even if my opponents aren't always the best, or even if they are the best. Like, I don't know, I love PU. I love using all these different mons. I honestly love it, and Seaking was so fun using that thing today. Even Leafeon, Mawile too. Defensive Mawile putting in the finest of work this entire life. I actually have to think about it like real quick. Am I going to put Mawile on the thumbnail, or am I going to put Seaking on the thumbnail just because Seaking was so cool? But then Mawile put in the work versus that Stoutland team. You know what? I'll probably put Mawile. But in any case, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe, do your thing, and I will catch you guys later. Cue the outro. Goodbye!